Oh, let's move on to last night's game then. Strug, I can see your little smile peeking out there. So, yeah, West Ham 2, Leeds 0. I'll let you start us off, mate, as you got the win.
Yeah, I mean, I was happy enough with it. Take that. But should we get that? I know what we're going to be talking most about. So should we get that out of the way first? The offside.
The offside?
Yeah.
Go for it.
I was going to say, yeah, 5 minutes in, wasn't it? Something like that, 10 minutes in.
Yeah, it was early on, yeah.
It was harsh, wasn't it?
It was, but look, as much as it pissed me off and most people can see it weren't offside or whatever, or it's very fucking minor, even if it is, I'm sick of even moaning about it. It's every week. You know what I mean? Yeah. They need to stop this whole drawing a fucking stupid little line on a computer screen. How that defines where the offside. That's all judged by one bloke with a fucking mouse deciding where he's going to draw the line. Like where he's drawn it on Costa's knee, his knee's actually behind the toe of his foot. So, like, I don't know how that is all of a sudden further forward. It makes no sense. I don't know how they need to, if they're going to go down that route of it's got to be such a fine margin as to these offsides, and they're going to be fucking getting out their protractor every time it's an offside decision. They need to bring in either fucking, like they do in athletics in the Olympic, a camera on fucking wheels or something going up and down in line with the last man. So it's bang in line. Or they need multiple cameras across because it's always at a fucking stupid angle. Every single time. Every single time it's like it's fucking 30 yards to the left or right, and they're trying to figure it out from there. Like, this is the biggest football division in the world with the most money. Yeah. And they can't afford to have multiple cameras along the thing for 20 different clubs.
Well, I will say, I thought it was just off. When I was watching it, I thought it was just off. And I suppose the only thing is the lino flag for it. So if there weren't no VAR, it would have been offside anyway.
Yeah, it would have, yeah.
I'd have been pissed off if that was down the other end and it got given against us. I think most people would when it's that marginal. I think Arsene Wenger is trying to bring in a new thing for next season in regards to offsides, where if a part of your body that you can score with is at least level with the defender, then it's onside. Which sounds good, but then you're just going to have the same problem.
Yeah, it's going to be a different.
It's just going to be you're just going to be drawing lines a yard further up the pitch, and to work out. So
thinking about having daylight between the defender and the attacker, like the old rule used to be. If there was daylight, I
think that's the best way.
Yeah, the benefit that goes to the attacker. Yeah.
So then you're still going to have the same problem with the lines when it's a tight one.
You
can have someone on the side with a torch or something shine light through the middle.
Just go back to level is onside. Fucking, it's the game about goals. It all used to go with the attacker. Just let it be.
I think I agree. If it's like the one last night, I'd like to see refs look at it or the VAR look at it and say, right, that's too tight. Go with the attacker.
When it's so close like that, it's stupid, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean that's not why they brought in offside, is it?
No, it was clear and obvious errors. You know what I mean?
It's got people goal hanging. He's obviously got goal hanging, but anyway. You could talk about it all night, couldn't you? Every bloody game there's something like that happening.
You're just getting penalised for gambling and momentum. You're getting penalised for it. It's just silly.
It happens to every team as well, apart from Man United, I suppose.
Oh fuck! Here we go.
Anyway, I thought we started really shit. We weren't in the game. Obviously that happened. I thought that'd give us a kick up the arse. It didn't. Then you had. You scored again and the ball went out, which I think that was pretty clear, that one. And that seemed to finally give us a kick up the arse. We started playing a bit of football. I think it was more or less straight after we went up the other end and got a penalty. But we played a nice bit of football in the build-up to that. Lingard, Benrahma, Fornals playing a few 1-2s and stuff. And I suppose it was a penalty.
Yeah, it was.
Pretty soft one. I mean, I don't know if he needed to really make that tackle. He went going towards the goal. Yeah, I think it was a bit shoddy, that one, and I don't know why he's taken that penalty as well, Lingard, either.
Yeah, it's a weird one. That surprised me.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I think Rice was talking about it afterwards, and I think he just decided to let him have it because he won it. And I don't think he'd be taking one again. So that was shit. But luckily, he got the rebound. And then, yeah, we got a corner and score from that. And that was awful defending. Had to let Dawson run from the edge of the box to the back post unchecked. No one ran with him. Free header, basically, wasn't it, at the back post?
Yeah.
Do that. And then he's done it again just before half time.
Didn't he?
Yeah, we could have been 3-0 up at half time, and he's at the post. But yeah, decent half in the end from us. It could have been worse had things not gone our way early on. But no, I was happy with that. And I think the second half we were just professional. The second half, I'd like to see this open up a bit more and try and kill the game off. And I think we might have done if we were sort of mid-table. But I think the points, we need all the points we can get now, because we can. Every week that goes by and we're picking up points, Europe's looking more likely. So I didn't mind us sort of sitting back and soaking it up a bit and just playing on the break in the second half. I think that worked for us. And we could have had another one. Fornell's had a bit of a worldie from about 35 yards.
Yeah, he hit the bar, didn't he?
But yeah, I think we defended well. Leeds put it on us a bit more. But as much as Leeds were attacking in the second half, you had a few chances. I don't really remember Fabianski having a great deal to do.
We kept blazing it over the fucking bar.
Yeah, and I was saying to a couple of mates, last night I didn't feel like worried we were going to concede. It never felt like you were going to score to me, and which is weird because years gone by, games like that, West Ham have always had a soft belly. You keep pressing us, there's going to be a goal. But this season, that don't seem to be happening. So got to give Moyes a bit of credit for sorting us out at the back, because we are a lot more solid back there, and obviously that helps when we're trying to get into Europe. So yeah, I was happy with it. I think if you're a Leeds fan like you are, you've been a bit disappointed with that, because the finishing weren't there, and I thought the defending was awful. But yeah, I'm happy with the 3 points.
Yeah, I bet, mate. Yeah, like obviously from our point of view, looking at your lot, it similar to sort of what I was saying to Ben with Chelsea. Moyes just turned you into an effective unit. Like, I don't look at you and think, fuck me, they are top level, or they're an unreal side, or like they can't be like got at or whatever. But everyone knows their job, and they're a team. Do you know what I mean? They're an effective fucking unit. You're phenomenal at set pieces, both defending and attacking. Both ways. You're fucking so good at them. The delivery from Cresswell was phenomenal yesterday. Every ball he put in was on the point.
I think that's 7 or 8 assists he's got now this season as well.
That says it all. Do you know what I mean? It's it was impressive, his delivery. They were dangerous, and it was so hard for defending wise, like for us, with like similar to what Liverpool have had this season. We've not had a settled centre back partnership all season, and I could see early on Llorente and Cooper were sort of getting communication mixed up and didn't know which one was picking up who. And that's what happened with the Dawson one. It
looked like Llorente, didn't it? He was sort of in no man's land.
Well, it started with Llorente marking him, and then it looked like they switched, like Llorente and Cooper. So Cooper was going to pick him up, and then Dawson ran back the other way, and then it was like, it's almost as if they were changing men, which is not what we normally do. It's like you pick your man, you stick with him all over the fucking pitch. It was almost as if they were switching, and Dawson took advantage of that and switched back over. But that's when the ball started coming in. And by the time Llorente decided, right, I'm going to go with him, he'd already gone and he was fucking free, and he put it in. And it was just poor, really, defensively. But it's one of them things we've sort of become a bit used to that this season with so many changes at the back. But yeah, in general, I don't think we played that bad. Like you said, it took you boys probably about 20 minutes to wake up. And then the next sort of 25 minutes of the first half, you were in complete control. You took it to us and looked good. And then second half, I thought we played really well. I thought we was in control. But it was just that final third that it's more frustrating than anything this season, because we're not far off of being a really good side. It's just them certain areas where we're lacking quality. And you could see sort of in the second half, Rafinha decided to be like one-man show at points, because he's lacking the quality around him that he should have. It was only really when Rodrigo came on, but he's not 100% fit, that we looked a bit more dangerous because they were linking up nicely and they were getting at you. But it just one of them days for us. It was a bad day at the office in the final third.
You think with Rafinha? Because last night he started on the left, didn't he?
Yeah, and which isn't not what he usually plays on the right.
Yeah, I think Kufel or Sufel, however you say his name, done quite a good job on him. In the second half, he went over to the other side, didn't he? And
yeah.
I think Cresswell done the same, to be fair. And I think when the game went on, he started coming inside a bit more, didn't he, to try and make things happen. Because I don't think he was getting much joy down the wing. That's
why he usually plays out on the right, because even though he plays on the right, he's not really a hug the touchline, run down the wing sort of winger. He's very much like Ayling will overlap. He'll play a little 1-2 with him, and he'll be in the inside option, Rafinha.
Yeah.
And open up a through ball or a shot. That's why you lose a lot of his effectiveness on the left. But I think they moved in there because, to be honest, I don't think they trusted Costa to get at Sufal. Because, to be honest, I wouldn't trust Costa to fucking beat me. But it's just one of them. It's like I said, it's more frustrating than anything. Bamford had one of them days where he couldn't fucking hit a cow's arse with a banjo. One of them days for him. And it summed it up for me in that second half where there was that ricochet in the 6-yard box. I think it might have hit Dawson, and it was going in the goal. And then one of the other boys just fucking slid in and took it off the line. And it was like, for fuck's sake, whatever we do tonight, we could still been playing till now. We wouldn't have scored, no matter what. It was one of them. We was never going to score.
It did seem like it, yeah.
Yeah, and like I said, just frustrating. Really, we're just lacking in certain areas. Click's struggling. He's carrying a hip injury, and it's showing. He's just going missing in games now. It come out today. Apparently, he's been taking cortisone injections or something before the games. Apparently, he's quite a bad hip injury, but that probably sums up why he's fell off of it in recent weeks. But yeah, like another solid win for you boys. And I said to one of my mates earlier, who's a West Ham boy, I said, as much as I was pissed off in losing and whatever, I want nothing more than West Ham to upset the apple cart this season and pinch a top 4. Like, I think it'd be the best thing for the Premier League for a team like West Ham to do that and have a top 4 with like a Leicester and West Ham in there.
Yeah.
And some of these, like your Tottenhams and Arsenals and Liverpools and that missing out, it just makes the Premier League better.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes it a better league over the next, because it got a bit samey, didn't it, over the last however many years, where it's the same fucking top 4, same top 6 every year. So I'd love for you boys to sort of sneak in amongst it. And
yeah, I think the next few games will give us a strong idea of where we're going to finish. I think we've got Man United on Sunday, then Arsenal, I think. Then I think, I know we've got them coming up, then I think it might be Leicester, then Chelsea.
Massive games.
So, I don't know, 7 points out of that, I think we're probably still looking all right. Which is doable, I think. But especially the way we've been playing, I've been saying it every few weeks. All the next few games are the big ones, and we keep going through them with decent results. And we've only lost twice this year, and one of them is against Man City. So that don't really count anyway, does it? So we're on good form. Yeah, if we didn't play particularly well yesterday, but if it's same like you're saying about Chelsea, if they don't play well and they're still grinding out results,
it's a good sign.
Take that.
Yeah, because we're doing the opposite. We're playing well and losing.
Yeah,
and it's just that lack of quality. And like next season, I reckon when we strengthen in certain areas and like bring in higher quality players, then performances where you dominate and you 70% possession and however many shots a game, you start converting them good performances into points more. You know what I mean? But it's just one of them. We're not going down this season. We're going to finish between 11th and 13th. It's going to be one of them.
Yeah. So why are you talking about points? I saw earlier you're only 1 point above Palace.
Yeah.
How's that happened?
Fuck knows.
We've been slating them weekly, and it seems like I don't know how that's happened. You seem well clear of them. It sort of slipped under the radar a bit last.
Yeah, we've lost quite a few now on the bounce. Like, but we're only 3 behind Arsenal and all. So,
right.
Do you know what I mean? Like, no, but it's true. It's like them, and I think we got a game in hand on Palace as well. We've played one less than them. So, but yeah, we'll.
Could I say one more thing? Do you reckon that puts the Calvin Phillips over Declan Rice debate to bet.
Doesn't
if there ever was one.
No, to be fair, people say that. Put Calvin Phillips in a midfield with Souček, different story. Like no, but seriously, Calvin Phillips, like that's his first game back in 4 games. I think he's missed. He's not 100% fit anyway. He actually played quite well, and he's playing in midfield on his own. Really, Click is fucking running around like he can't run around, and he's playing in there with other people that aren't central midfielders. Tyler Roberts, fuck me, he couldn't get a game for our Sunday league team. Like
he's not great.
He looked terrible yesterday. Actually, yeah,
he's awful. Like. He's promised so much, like in the last few seasons, where it's like, oh, he's got a bit of potential, but he's never sort of developed. And you look at, like, I feel sorry for Calvin, to be honest, in that movie. I can't wait for next season when they bring in more quality alongside him, because he's having to do the job of two or three men every game, and he's isolated all the time. Like he's having to cover. Yesterday, he's having to cover Rice when he pushes forward. He's having to cover Ben Rama when he drops in. He's having to cover Souček when he pushes forward, because none of them were being tracked by Click. And Roberts is just in no man's land. So he's effectively been like sucked out of position to close him down. And then when he squares it to him, he's having to go across. And it's frustrating, like for us as well, looking at that, because you're not getting the best out of him because he's being left alone. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Given too much to do. Well, maybe we'll buy him, and he can cover for Rice when he's
you can afford him, mate. You'd have to sell Rice to buy him.
We'll have the Champions League money next season. We'll be all right. Anyway.
Greg, go on, mate. You was gonna say something, mate.
No, you stole my thunder a little bit, mate, because I was going to ask you a question about him.
About who?
Tyler Roberts.
Oh, right.
Just on his performance yesterday, like. Again, as you say, like he's had a bit of promise in that over the last few years, and obviously in the championships it's totally different. But he kind of looks like he's got some attributes to do something, but he just didn't. And he's played the last few games, isn't he?
He has, yeah. The thing with Roberts, he's had potential. He's not played a lot of football. Like even when he was in the championship, he had so many niggly injuries. He'd come in like. Solidify his place in the team, and then within 2 weeks he's injured and he's gone for 3 months, and that's been a constant thing with him. And then not having really loads of runs in the side in the championship, and then stepping into the Premier League is a big step up as well. And I just think he's been found wanting. Like there was times where he'd come on as a sub in the last month or so, and he's given us that bit extra. You think, hang on, yeah, maybe he's got a bit, but then. Yeah, then he gets himself in the starting lineup and does fuck all. I think he would just benefit from going out on loan to the Championship, mate. He needs a season in a side where he's playing week in, week out. Yeah. He's only 23 or 22 still. He's only young, but he needs football because he's not doing enough. Bielsa even said this week or last week, he said Tyler Roberts now needs to start showing me that he needs to be starting games on merit rather than because others are injured.
Yeah.
Because he's only starting games because Rodrigo's been out injured. Now Rodrigo's back. The next game, Roberts ain't starting. Everyone knows it. It's like, Rodrigo's back in now on your bike. Do you know what I mean? So he's only getting games like that. So I think we just need to loan him out and hope that he sort of improves from a season away getting regular football. Because he's not doing it. People are going to start getting on his back as well. He's lucky the crowd ain't in at the moment.